Hello everyone, my name is Mohan Naidu and I'm going to attempt to give you a brief overview of WAVE Global, what we do, who we are. So WAVE workshops, or the work of WAVE, is focused around 7 areas that help our children grow holistically and help them realize their full potential. So the first of those areas is the memory and mind science, which accelerates their learning. So children typically struggle with a lot of information overload, and they are dependent on rote memorization as the methods to learn. Instead, there are hundreds of super learning methods using right brain, the things that trigger our right brain and the subconscious mind, which accelerates their learning, which means they can learn a lot more in a lot less time, and they can retain and recall it at will. An example of that is if somebody wants to learn the periodic table, all the 118 elements, conventionally it takes them weeks and months and sometimes years, but with WAVE methods they can do all of that in a matter of hours or 2 or 3 days. And we have seen this happen with thousands of children that have experienced WAVE workshops. Now, mastering periodic table is just one of the hundreds of things they can do using the memory and mind science principles. The second area is mindfulness and awareness. So it's all about keeping the mind and its wandering thoughts in one place here and now, so that learning is optimal. If the mind is wandering, learning does not happen. So the children in the workshops learn how to understand thoughts and emotions and stay in the present moment, making it an optimal learning experience. The next area is communication skills, which is not about using fancy words or mastery or language or accent. It's about how to clearly organize, articulate and express your thoughts, how to establish a congruence between your feelings and your thoughts and what you're saying, how to overcome stage fear, how to effectively use public speaking principles to be able to clearly express your thoughts. The next area is thinking skills, where we teach children in a very structured manner thinking skills such as creative thinking, critical thinking, analytical thinking, systems thinking, lateral thinking. Now these are the bedrocks of innovation and new creation in the fast changing world. So unless they know how to think, they will not be able to apply their creativity. The next area is the wisdom principles or core thoughts or life principles, if you will. All of us have grown up listening to things like honesty is the best policy, being fair, being accountable, respect for all, compassion. There has to be a deliberate attempt to instill these thought processes or viewpoints into our children, and that is what we do through wisdom principles, core thoughts part of WAVE workshop. And then there is the success habits module, where we talk about the chief characteristics or the attributes of all the successful people over the last century and what they had in common. Things or traits like fairness, perseverance, grit, determination, focus, leadership, positive human relationships. Now these are the attributes that we want our children to have early on in their formative years. So overall, that is the framework of WAVE. We work in these areas. And the objective is, behind all of these hundreds of things that they learn in these 7 areas, we are truly wanting the following 7 outcomes in our children. One is a sense of confidence that makes them feel that they can now learn anything in the world with a lot of ease. Second is a sense of control over their mind. Third is sense of clarity in their communication. The next is sense of conviction, now that they have all these tools and resources, that they can create their own blueprint of life with high confidence. The sense of courage to do the right thing. The sense of compassion to see the oneness in all. And then finally, with all these things put together, a sense of completion, so that they move forward with a strong sense of confidence in learning, clarity in communication, control over mind, conviction, compassion, and so forth. Now that are the true outcomes that we're looking for through WAVE workshops. Hopefully this gives you a fair idea, and thank you for taking the time to watch.